Hello everybody, so today I will talk about calculus. The topic today is about integration. So now I will show you how to answer. Question number 1. We need to use about integration by substitution. So I will put about u equals to the square root. So we put the square for the both sides so that we can cancel the square root, and we got about s squared minus 3. Next, we do first the derivative of this one and this one. You will got about 2u du equals to 2s ds. Later that we simplify number 2 for the both sides, and you got about u du equals to s ds. The square root we change for u, s ds we change for u du. This one we got about u square. The integral of u square, you got about u to the power of 3 over 3 plus c. About u, that's about this one. And this is the final answer. Question number 2. We need to use about integration by substitution. So I will put about u equals to this one. So if we do first the derivative for the both sides, you got about du equals to, we do first the derivative of s where you got about 2s, negative number 3 with number 2, you got about negative 6s ds. Because we don't have negative number 6, so we need to divide both sides of negative number 6, and you got about du over negative number 6 equals to s ds. So this one we change for u. S ds we change for du over negative number 6. The integral of u square, you got about u to the power of 3 over 3 plus c. Number 6 and number 3, you will got about 1 over 18. And this one you got about u to the power of 3. About u, that's about this one. And this is the final answer. Question number 3. In this situation, we need to expand this one, and you got about 9 minus 18 s plus 9s squared. So we have s multiplied by 9, 18s and 9s squared. And now we got the final answer. The integral of s, you got about 9s squared over 2. The integral of s squared, you got about negative 18s to the power of 3 over 3. And the last one, 9s to the power of 4 over 4. And we put about c. 18 divided by 3, you got about 6. And you got about 6s to the power of 3. Now let's go to the next one. We need to use about integration by substitution. So we need to put about u equals to the square root of 4 minus s to the power of 3. So we put the square for the both sides, and you got about 4 minus s to the power of 3. Later that we do first the derivative for the both sides, and you got about 2u du equal to negative 3s squared ds. So because we don't have negative number 3, so we need to divide both sides of negative number 3. And you go about s squared ds. The square root we change for u. S squared ds we change for 2u du over negative number 3. So we simplify u and u. 5 with number 2, you got about 10, and you got about 10 over number 3 with the negative sign. The integral of du, you got about u plus c. About u, that's about this one. Now let's go to the last one. We need to use about integration by substitution. So we put about u equals to this one. So if we do first the derivative for the both sides, you got about du equals to negative 6s ds. Because we don't have negative in here, so we need to put negative go to the left, and you got about negative du equals to 6s ds. So this one we change for u, 6s ds we change for negative du. So we can write this one into like this. That's about u to the power of negative number 3 du. The integral of u to the power of negative number 3, that should be about u to the power of negative number 3 plus 1 over negative number 3 plus 1. And we put about c. This one you got about negative number 2. This one you got about negative number 2. And u, that's about this one. Negative and negative we simplify. And this is the final answer. That's it, the end. Thank you for watching. Here is about the full answer for the question in here.